Alright, YouTube, so to say that I was not impressed with the Valkyrie is an understatement. You know, I was trying to get up around 2,900, 3,000 feet a second with them 75 and 80 grain bullets, and I could get it, but you really had to push them. And accuracy, I shot a lot off camera, and I was getting real good accuracy with the H4895 and what was the other one? Power Pro 2000 was one. There was another one, I can't remember. But I was having just horrible problems with the casings. The casings, I mean, a lot of them after one firing, which I knew that going into it, but I was getting 2-3 firings out of a case before the primer pockets. And if I used Federal gold metal match primers, they worked almost every time. But if you switched to like a CCI or a Remington 7.5, they didn't work. So you had to use the gold metal matches or a Federal primer almost every time. But the problem that I was getting was split case necks. I mean, I didn't think that I was going to be spending so much money in brass. I thought I was going to get maybe 3 to 4 firings out of a piece, but there was pieces that were getting one firing on a reload, and the cases were split. And I'm a hand loader, and I like to reload. And to me, if I got to go buy factory ammo, the gun's not worth it to me. Performance-wise, I think I could have got what I was looking out of it. It's a good cartridge. Just they released it way too soon. They needed to do more testing on it, use a different case design or something. I jumped on it, it was a mistake, and now it's gone. So we're going back to the 223. What I'm going to try to do today is I'm going to make a couple videos just using some different powders. I want to see what kind of velocities I can get. I got the H4895. We started off at a max load, 22.8, and we're going to work up over max, so don't use this load data because it's probably not safe. This gun seems to handle pressure pretty good, but we're going to take a couple shots, check the brass. Actually, I'm going to shoot it one time, check the brass. Work our way up slowly. I moved up in like 0.3 of a grain, up to about a grain over. Not real familiar with H4895. I know it's real kind of pressure sensitive when you start going up over. I mean, I've used it a few times, but just whatever you do, use the published data, But I want to see what kind of velocities we can get out of these 75 grain Hornadys. These are the 75 grain bow tail hollow points. Seated to 2.27, Remington 7.5 primers, H4895. Now we're going to shoot groups at, we're going for groups too, at 100 yards. So hopefully I can get some good accuracy and some good, don't get a bunch of pressure signs right off the bat. But got the chronograph set up, so I'll tell you what the readings are. It's probably about 80 degrees today. It's a little bit warmer. So we'll get started. I'd like to see some good accuracy out of this, but we'll see what happens. So make sure I'm good in the chronograph here. We'll go ahead and start. And I did fire a couple shots because I moved this scope a little bit. So crosshairs were a little bit keen. I got it all leveled out. Shoot my chronograph. Alright, here we go. First group, 22.8. $27.47. A little bit high. And I lost my piece of brass. I'll have to check that one again. This is a 20-inch Bear Creek Arsenal barrel, so Actually, primers look good. No ejector swipes. That was 2715. A little bit of Kradinger on the primers, but 2776. Looks like we're pretty high already, but okay group actually. 2742. 2750. That's smoking hot. Brass is hot, but let's see what it looks like here. No ejector marks yet. Primers are still round. Let's see if I can show you that. Actually, brass looks pretty good. Got some screaming hot velocity right off the rip. Oh, there's no ejector marks. I went through and I got all my once fired Lake City brass, so this is pretty much all new brass. I didn't want to use old brass in case I could see, you know, some of it's beat up. I mean, I got thousands of pieces of brass, but everything looks good so far. We're running right around 2750, which is screaming hot. That's max load, so let's go check the group out and we'll bump it up well, I think the next load I loaded was 28.2 or 23.2, sorry. Let's go check it out. There's my group. Man, if this one here wouldn't have went so far over, I'd have had a nice group right there. It's not too bad. Let's go back and try one load up. Alright, well, accuracy wasn't too bad. I mean, I could have maybe even pulled that one shot. It's probably about 1.25 inch group, but yeah, I'm sure I could shrink it down. Let me go reset this chronograph real quick. Sun's beating on it. It's probably getting it hot, but this one will be 23.2. And like I said, the H4895 is not a powder to be messing around with, so this is just for experimental purposes for myself. I don't want to see nobody blow their gun up. This is a 223 wild chamber, so it'll, you know, withstand the heavier pressures. Plus the barrel on this thing's, I mean, it's huge. It's definitely over 1 inch around. This bull barrel tapered down to 0.75 at the end. Sure we're good here. Just getting just something in front of my scope here. Alright, this will be 23.2, so what's going on here? Something's wrong with this scope here. Getting some glare. Getting some glare off of that chronograph. Alright, here we go. 23.2. That still looks good. 2754. No ejector swipes. Primers are still round. 2771. 2764. 2789. 2795. Man, that's a good powder. Nope, nothing. I ain't got nothing on that brass. No ejector marks, no flattened primers, no cratering, nothing. We're almost hitting 2,800 feet a second. Let's go down and check out the group. Well, there's my group right there. That's probably right at 1 MOA. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that out of that gun. Up to about 2775 feet per second, somewhere right around in there. Let's go back and we'll try that last load. Well, I got 2 loads left, but we'll try the next one. Alright, so when I looked at the data for this load, there was some conflicting load data. Because if you look on Hodgdon's, for the 77, the max load up was either 22.6 or 22.8. I can't really remember, but when you look at the 75, they use a VLD, and it went up to almost 24 grains. Now, I wanted to go with the top end of the 77s for the to starting. I didn't want to go straight up to the higher charge with the 75 grain VLD because it's a different bullet. But the pressure seemed to be okay. Now, like I said before, you know, this is my gun. You know, I was watching that Johnny's reloading bench, and he was shooting the 77 grain for that Mark 262 series, and he hit pressure, I think, at 22.6, like real bad with the 77. So just know your gun, know what you're doing. You know, this is for my gun. Always start low. I mean, everybody knows if you're watching these videos because it's for hand loading, but I just don't want to see anybody get hurt or mess their gun up watching one of my videos, so you know what to do. Alright, let's go here. Take a shot. We'll take a shot and then check pressure here. This is 23.5 grains. Still looks good. There's not any ejector marks on that case at all. Primer's still pretty round. That was 2792. Hopefully I got a reading. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting a lot of glare off of this chronograph today. $28.38. I think he's starting to hit a little bit of pressure. I don't know. Just a teeny tiny little bit of an ejector swipe. Not nothing major. $28.18. $28.27. mean, there's just nothing on the brass. I mean, there might be just ever so slight, but the primers are still round. I don't even think there's any ejector marks at all. I mean, we're up over 2,800 feet a second, and it's still shooting pretty decent groups for, you know, for the velocities. This is a 1 in 8 twist barrel, so let's go down and I'll show you this group. And here's this group. I mean, it's still not bad. We're still in the realm of like a little, maybe 1.25 inches, a little over 1.25 inches. You take this shot out right here and put it somewhere up there, you're at 1 MOA. So it's consistently shooting pretty good. I mean, I'm happy with them groups. I don't need some little 1/2 inch group to be, you know, a little bit of a point of impact shift as we get a little hotter, but nothing too major. So let's go back and we'll shoot this last load. Alright, this will be the last one. Let's try this bout. This is 23.8, so another 0.3 of a grain jump. This is where we're going to hit pressure, we're going to hit it, but pretty happy. So let's go, let her rip. Alright, here we go. Well, I pulled that one. Actually, that one was loaded with a different primer, so I screwed that up. I had a couple old pieces of brass I had sitting that had primers in it. So we'll go with these 4. That was 2878. That's pretty high. $29.15. We're going to be hitting pressure. $28.92. Believe it or not, the brass still looks good. I can't believe that. Well, there's a little bit of a pressure sign. A little bit of a crater primer. This will be the last one, so 23.5 would be about the max load. That was 2860, so we're starting to get some sporadic velocities. Definitely hit pressure though. Yeah, we got flattened primer. 23.5 looks fantastic. The 23.8, that's way over our pressure. So I'm going to say our max is going to be 23.5 at about 2,800. A little over 2,800, because we're getting some crazy velocities now, so we definitely went over pressure. Definitely went over pressure, but I'll tell you what, 23.5, that's a nice load. 2,800 feet a second. Let's go check out the group for this one. Alright, so here's the group. This was my first shot that had the different primer, which was a CCI number 400. Those were my last 4 with the 7.5, but the velocities were all over the place. Definitely hitting pressure. Alright, so I'd say that was pretty much a success, but like I said, once again, this is from my gun. I know what this gun will do. 23.5 was excellent. A little bit bigger group. 23.2, there might be an accuracy maybe between 23.2 and 23.5, but definitely max load will be 23.5 for this gun. Now, for my gun, don't recommend you doing, you know, these loads because they are hot. So if you're gonna try these loads out, you know, work up really low, do your research on the manuals and everything, but pretty happy, man, to hit 2,800 feet per second, no pressure signs, in a 223 with a 75 grain bullet. I'm glad I got rid of the Valkyrie. So, you know, that my Uncle Dan, he watches my videos every once in a while. I watch his, and he comments quite a bit, and he said, there ain't nothing the 223 can't do that the Valkyrie can. I'm gonna have to say it was right. I'll take this all day long. Cheaper, easier to load, brass lasts forever. I'll take it. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. Just remember, be careful, be safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.